G'day. Wow, where do I start? It's Thursday, the third week. 10 ceremonies down, 2 to go. Amazing. Wow. Having to do a bit of a recall here, so bear with me. I'm going to try and squeeze in Monday night and Tuesday night session. Yesterday was a day off. Went out piranha fishing. I didn't catch any piranhas, but Alana did and Pecho did. So we had I've got some photos there. If you want to see piranhas, you can have a look on the Facebook page. And yeah, okay. So let's start with Monday night, and then I'll do another video for Tuesday night. Monday night was incredible. Let me think. Monday night, wow. I can remember last night. So yeah. Yeah, Monday night was the first breakthrough. It was absolutely priceless. We got a new brew happening, definitely stronger than the DMT because very, very quickly within probably less than 10 minutes, maybe 15, I don't know, it might have been half an hour, just time sort of gets warped in there. And that's before you even get in there. So I'm sitting there and I see the the pictures starting to grow in the darkness, and then I'm on one of the walkways up here at the resort, up at the ayahuasca centre, and I'm walking along behind one of the porters, like Pecho or Jose or Alejandro, but it was a young guy like Pecho, and I'm walking along, and it's like, yeah, this is, I wasn't even aware that I was felt. I thought I was literally walking down the walkway, and then the guy in front of me turned the right hand turn to go to the big house, and as he turned, he stopped, and he actually turned around to look at me. And I look at his face, and he's got six mouths. And I've just gone, oh shit, I'm going in deep tonight, grouse. So I get in there, and it was just a torrent. It was just so full on. Everything was happening really, really fast. Because it was like, oh, I'm finally here, and obviously for some reason I thought I had to run around like a madman and find it on that one night. I've got many, many opportunities to be able to go and find what I'm looking for. So um, it's not an issue. But on that night, everything's happening really hectically. Yeah, I was just pumped. It was amazing. Now, my intention that night was actually to clear all blockages in my tail, in my root chakra, which is your base chakra, the one that keeps you grounded. So I went ahead and I took the. Where did I go? Okay, so I'm standing on the dock and I see the six faces, and then boom, I'm just gone into the next spot. Um, Trying to recall now what they all were. The two most significant ones was like I was in a marketplace, and um, it was all hectic and crazy. So I thought, no, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be there. Where's the exit point? So I'm looking around, and I see between people's legs as they're walking past um, a little tiny door, and there was a woman standing at the door holding the handle like this, like she was, and looking at me and smiling. This is as if to say, this is the way. So I automatically just I focused on the door. Boom! I'm into the next world. Um, there was so many. I should have done this on Tuesday. Probably would have recalled more, but maybe I'll recall more as I go. There was the next room had snakes, and before I got to that room, I was going down a black tunnel, and snakes were coming shooting out and going up in my face, you know. And I remember laughing, thinking, "Is that all you got?" You know, it's like, Christ, you can do better than that to scare me, you know. And so yeah, there's some locals going past on the boat, having a good old laugh. So that distracted me. Doesn't take much. Attention deficit disorder, that's me. So yeah, we've got snakes in the next room, which I can control now. So there's no fear involved with the snakes. Um, and generally, I can literally just direct them left or right, and they just go, which is really cool. The first time I experienced spiders, they were a bit freaky, and I sort of just ran away. There was one vision of, I'm not sure if it was on that night or another night last week, where I'm sitting there looking down at a glass cabinet, and it's got spiders underneath the glass. And there was a woman lying down. I don't know whether she was asleep or whether she was dead, but she was literally just sort of going past underneath me. So that I'm sitting there like this, and the glass case is going past like that. And she had spiders in the case, and then the spiders actually came out through a little crack, a tiny little crack in the glass, and they started spewing out. And that was the point when I ran away with the spiders. But on the Monday night, I was actually able I don't remember what the room was or how it all happened, but the the, they just filled up. I couldn't stop them. I couldn't control them. They kept coming at me, and I wasn't able just to hold them back. In the first one, but this particular night, I remember feeling really, really calm, and I didn't actually mind having them on me. That wasn't a problem, you know. I was able to easy brush them off, and then able to actually, again, like the snakes, just wave my hand, and they would, you know, back away and go back into little holes, and so that was pretty epic. Um, and then it was almost like I sort of went, right, well, I'm still trying to scare the shit out of you, so I'm gonna have to try something else. So next thing I'm in a giant, like a pill capsule, so about, you know, oval shape, clear all round, but I'm in space, like this little capsule in space, and or just in nothing, and I'm looking around, and it was really bizarre. So I was looking for an exit point because there wasn't really anything in there. Um, ah, just recalled something I didn't remember. There wasn't anything in there. It was just a clear pill. But then these little black spots and brown spots and white spots started coming through. Again, another pinhole in the glass or in the capsule, and I went, "Oh, okay, that must be the exit point." So I was heading towards it, and next thing, all these little black spots. That one black spot had turned into just like an ooze, like a just a flood of these little spots coming into the room. They weren't insects because they didn't have any heads or arms or legs or features or faces or anything. They were just spots. But the next thing I noticed that they were attaching themselves to stuff. But that's where I went, because I don't actually recall there being anything in there before the spots came along. So it's almost like the spots just came down and formed everything. So those spots were like the beginning of life itself. Um, so yeah, once at one point there was nothing, and then there was a whole heap of molecules or spectrums or whatever it was that actually came into a space and attached, and then just formed themselves into things. Just and then it started filling up. And at first it freaked me out because I thought, wow, I'm just going to get swamped in here. I'm going to get smothered by these little spots and stuff. But then I just bolted. I shit myself and I ran and got out, found an exit point. Somehow all of a sudden there was like a hatch at the end of the pill. on the end of the pill, and on the end, and so I went out the door and I was shitting myself so much that I actually welded the door shut. So at least if I come up on it from that angle next time, I will actually know what that room is, which means I know that I've got to undo it and go in and see what actually was created in there. And hopefully it's not just full of those little black spots, and when I open the door it just spews out at me. But if it does, I'll deal with that. What else happened on Monday night? Yeah, vortex that I went through to get to a room. Um, Can't really recall that much more about Monday night, but it was very hectic, very crazy, fast and frantic, and constantly moving from room to room to room to room to room to room. And I remember realizing that I'm not going to be able to understand any of that if I don't actually slow down and take a look at each room. Look, how can I find, unless of course I just happen to know what it is, where it is, and when I get there I'll actually be able to pull it out straight away. I need to actually look around each of these rooms, take more time, map them thoroughly, work out what exits are where. When I've yeah. And the one thing I have noticed is that it's not a two-way exit point. Um, so where you exit to go to one world, and there's no re-entry into that world from that other world. So it's almost like a one-way travel show. Um, so it's going to be an interesting ride working this one out. But it all seems to be coming together, and I'm staying focused on the goal, which is to find the thing I'm looking for. In which case, I will be able to. I thought I heard something. Morning, Amano. Um, yeah, it was just one of the workers heading up the walkway. He came in from over here, so I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was maybe dolphins splashing. I was going to show you some dolphins, but they're not happening this morning. If I'm lucky, I'll get to video some on the way home, back to the Kudos when we go out in the boat. But yeah, that was pretty much Monday night. A really cool time in what I would class as the DMT realm, which is definitely completely on the other side. It's not visions, it's literally living in there. You lose your body. Oh, yeah. I remember sitting there and I was able to actually recognize that both my hands were just resting on my legs like this. And but I wanted to see what my hand looked like in the vision in the other side. So I lifted my hand up and I had the hand of a native, like a dark skinned arm. That one was really weird. Don't know what it meant. Um, but yeah, the shaman at the end of me telling him this story was he basically said that he was going to help me center, which obviously was allowing me to pull myself in from the outer rim into the center point so that I could stay focused on what I need to be doing. And obviously, the next night that worked because you'll have to stay tuned. Haha, next time. Should be on here. I don't know. If you're watching this and you've been watching the other ones, chances are they're all on. So you'll see the next one as quick as you've got time to be able to see it. Love you guys heaps. Hope it doesn't sound like crazy ramblings, but this is just the best and easiest way for me to document this. As the time frame and the ability to be able to keep intermingling with everybody here and everything else, there's no time for me to actually sit down and write it out because, yeah, it just takes too long. So, love you guys heaps. Peace be with us all. Look forward to seeing you all in sometime near future. And until that time, be good to yourself. Be good to all those around you. Keep that light shining bright. And I will talk to you soon. Love you.